You are now tuned in to the News You Can Use podcast. I'm your host with the most, Big Surf God. We got my boy D Class. I'm a brand podcast in the building. Today we have a special guest. My boy Marcus is in the building. Everybody say what's up, man.
What's going on with you, sir? Thanks for having me, man.
Yes, sir. How y'all feeling today, fellas?
Everything's another day. You know what I mean? Happy to wake up.
Right. That's the thing. You gotta be thankful that you woke up this morning. Be thankful for everything nowadays. I'll be thankful.
Oh, yeah. A lot of people ain't humble no more.
Right, it's a different era now. Shit.
Yeah.
So Marcus, I'm gonna throw you in the mix. We was doing a review on Big Homie CC and his boy. They were getting into some real deep subjects. I wish you would have been here to be from the beginning, but you'll get the drift. I'm gonna start the interview, and whenever y'all just want to commentate, let me know, and I'll stop the video, and we can commentate on what we want to talk about within that subject.
Right.
All right, let's go.
Digitize everything from stocks, real estate, cars. We're going to tokenize everything on blockchain. This is why Trump is.
Oh, they trying to get us.
Yeah, but I'm like just real quick, like the whole interview, pretty much they're kind of big on like the whole conspiracy theory and like you know what I'm saying, certain shit that's going on in the industry right now, and how it's basically they basically been told us that shit was going to happen. It's just how shit just slowly falling into place, and it's falling in front of everybody. People just wasn't paying attention to shit.
Did you hear him, Marcus?
Yeah, it's kind of going in and out right now. It's kind of bad area right here. Yeah,
okay.
Got a kind of nice little rainstorm.
Re-explain, D-Class.
Yeah, basically, you know, they talking about the feds and how they taking over basically the industry. People telling on themselves, shit like that. Shit we already kind of know is going on. They just kind of shining the light on it.
Right. At the same time, what's that rapper that he got killed? Mo3.
Yeah.
Right.
And what's his name? Yellow Beezy, whatever. He snitched on himself. Right. He rapped about killing him.
Did a show right after.
But this is the thing, y'all. Do y'all think they should be able to use rap lyrics and criminal cases? That's crazy.
No, but at the same time, if you actually saying something and you were basically put in that area at the time of the incident and you rapped about it, you snitched on yourself. So they can use that as evidence.
Yeah.
I'm not sure if they can use that in court though, because I'm sure I've said some rap lyrics that was a little exaggerated. You get what I'm saying? Every lyric that I rap ain't 100% accurate.
Right.
Shit exaggerated, and then when the nigga damn near telling you that you was there type shit, like that's a whole different situation.
I've never done that.
That's what I'm saying. Like, think about it. Like, these motherfuckers telling you how the shit played out play by play, and then they fuck around and catch a witness somewhere to say the same thing. It's like, all right, this song ain't even out yet, bro. Like, how 3-4 people already know what's going on, and you just recorded this dude.
Imagine them convicting Sugar Free for some songs that he made about what he be talking about. That'd be crazy. That'd be wild, bruh.
Well, at the same time, those prostitutes got to say something. They got to snitch you out.
They gotta stand up and be like, look, this is what it was, this is what it is.
Yeah, but at the same time, you already know, ho, get back to your job. You know what's up.
Right. He said you either gonna be a stand-up hoe or a fall down bitch. Either one.
There you go. You know, Sugar Free ain't playing about nothing.
Oh, he not playing. That motherfucking boy. But imagine, like, back in the day, if he went to jail for putting out, I'd rather give you my bitch.
Hey, but think about it, though. Like, if you really think about it, like, look at NWA. Like, look at how that shit started, though. Like, they went to jail. They was trying to lock them niggas up
They
over
were
the
getting
phone.
locked up for lyrics. You're not lying.
So it's like this shit been going on. Like they, even though they try to tell you they can't do it, like they been doing it, bro. Like they've been doing this shit since it started.
Oh yeah, real talk. Look at how many artists rap dope selling it on the daily.
Oh,
They did it in the past, but they in the industry now. You know what I mean? They certified that they not doing it. So you can't bring shit from happening that back 10 years ago or something like that and convict them on that.
right.
You know, you got to get caught doing it now. They not.
Yeah, that's the
I was
thing.
like,
The
oh.
nigga do it now and want to go. As soon as they do something, they want to go straight to the booth and write about it.
You know,
That's crazy.
that's true.
Cloud chasing at its finest, huh?
Yeah.
Oh
All
yeah.
that shit gotta hit the internet. You know what I'm saying? You gotta think back then before the internet, everything was word of mouth. So shit, by the time that shit got across the neighborhood, shit, that shit been into 2-3 weeks. Shit been and died down where you was.
Yeah.
That's a fact. A lot of this stuff that we see on TV that we hear right now, me and Marcus heard them type of rumors probably 10, 15 years ago, like about the Diddy shit and Hollywood. And we been knew about all that shit. That was like in the streets.
Those scandals that they was doing back then, it was so much evidence that they had on that you already knew it was true. You
Right.
didn't have to second guess it. You already knew, okay, you doing something dirty behind the scene. You know, it's evident.
Yeah.
You got people on their own label putting you up.
Everybody got that mindset like, fuck, when I'm gonna do sign and that shit ain't gonna happen to me. Nah, it's gonna happen at some point. Like,
And it will eat you up.
right.
Like just the street element period with rappers trying to claim that they were from Compton or they're this person or that person. Me and Marcus, we were really in the hood on like the main street type shit. We knew who was who back then. So when they come out now that this person wasn't like that or this person getting extorted, we kind of knew that already.
Yeah, like, some people just front it. Like, I'm hanging out and everything. Like, I never claimed to be a gang member or anything. That's not my lifestyle. I hang out, I run the streets. That's just what I do.
And that's a fact, man. And Marcus, you probably was more guilty by association than anything. You know what I'm saying? And that you might as well game bang at that point. Am I lying? Cause shit.
Man. And then, like I said, man, I got shot in 2008. And I'm pretty sure I took that bullet for some other motherfucker that did something really stupid. They came back and they just happened to see me walking down the street.
Wrong spot.
Target. Click, click, boom.
That's crazy.
And I got lucky. I had an angel on my side.
You sure did, brother.
And let off 6 shots and only hit me once.
Man.
But I'm paying for it now. Having seizures. It's not going to stop. Because I got bullet fragments in my back that can't be removed.
Wow.
Yeah, you see the x-ray, look like little fish flakes. It's not going to stop. So watch who you hang around.
That's truly a fact. That's truly a fact. Being guilty by association can cause a family member, a friend, or something to happen to them when you're not even around, type thing. And we always gang banging. Some of our friends wasn't. Marcus wasn't gang banging. Certain homies wasn't gang banging. But for the ones that was, you had to be knowledgeable that what you do don't just reflect on yourself, it actually reflects on your crew too, because Marcus was the crew. Like, we all was crew.
Yeah, man, that's what people don't realize, man. It's like, even if, you know what I'm saying, like, you got shit going on, the niggas that's hooping at the park, you know what I'm saying, they ain't got shit to do with that shit. Y'all don't even want them to be a part of this shit, but them niggas just, they grew up in that area. That's the thing that people don't realize, man. And sometimes it's more about your area when you go to certain spots. It ain't really about no hoods, no shit like that. It is kind of now because everybody know about the gang banging aspect of it. But back then, it was pretty much like if you was from Long Beach, okay, shit, it didn't matter what side, like you was from Long Beach. Like it ain't give a damn if you went out of state.
Yeah,
That's
that's
right.
right.
You know, my role around in the neighborhood with my homies that gang bang and didn't gang bang was supposed to be the protector, but I couldn't control everybody else's actions
That
that would
part.
cause like I got shot at too. I just didn't get hit multiple times, but you know what I'm saying? That's
Yeah,
just part
yeah.
of the territory. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I remember we were standing over there. We'd be sitting outside. Just nice normal day. Next thing you know, you hear an AK go off right down the street.
Yeah,
Apartments got hit up,
yeah.
and then you might have just left from there like 20 minutes ago. All you hear is just brah, 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 brah. And so paramedics coming out, and we stayed right around the corner from King Hospital.
Like on this, we kicking it on the same street as the hospital. It's crazy.
Right. That's how it be, man. Like that's why I tell people, man. Like you gotta go to these different cities, man. Like you gotta travel, but too, you gotta do your research on areas, man. Like don't just go to spots and just be like, oh, I heard about this shit on the internet. Let me go check it out. Nah, like you heard about this shit for a reason.
I'm gonna be honest though, D class. The way we were slipping and hanging out, I would never do that right now. Like
That's what I'm saying.
how available we were.
Like,
It's
Yeah,
crazy, bro.
like you said, people are a lot ignorant today. You know what I mean? They're a lot more ignorant than they were in the 90s.
yeah, and shit,
Our
back
late, early 2000s. This didn't happen to Marcus till 2008. We had been hanging out on the block on Wilmington, the main street, for years before that happened, and still hung out there afterwards.
But see, the thing is, you got to realize, like in the 90s, like people already was like, man, it's crazy in the 90s. Like, think about the way it is now. Like, it's a whole nother ball game, bro. We was going to house parties, being that rich all night. They wasn't doing no tripping. The biggest shit you would think of is a nigga having a fight in that hole.
Right.
Well, that's true. Well, see, then to be real, you had good friends. People
Right.
sit there and have your back if you get too loaded. They make sure you get home safe. You know what I mean? Make sure wasn't nothing stolen from you, stuff like that.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Surf God helped me out a few times. D, you know what I mean? He helped me out, brought me home.
Now
I
you,
was
now you get, now you get fucked up. Nigga want to put you on the internet, want to start drawing and shit on you and doing all that.
Oh man, like a
Hey,
college
we
party.
play pranks on each other, but when shit's serious, shit is serious. Like our life is on the line outside.
Like if you at the crib type shit and everybody just chilling and okay, I get the pranks, but nigga, we out at somebody else shit. Like, nah, bro, I need you to get to the crib. I'm gonna get to the crib. We'll talk about the shit and shoot the shit later, bro.
Later, yeah.
But nah,
Just
bro.
like he's saying that I probably took him home or saved him from some shit, he definitely did it for me. I definitely could come to his house and drop something off or pick something up or whatever
Yeah,
I
you have
need
no
to
problem
do.
with that.
My nigga, like, or if I say, come on, we need to handle some shit, my nigga, all right, come on, let's go true. We were frontliners, D-Class. These niggas was in the house. And he played video games. I did too. But we was frontline niggas. Like, if you looking for somebody, we probably the first motherfuckers you gonna see. You get what I'm saying? So niggas that went frontline outside really doing what they say they was doing, and he wasn't even a member. It was more frontline than niggas that claim they was about that life. Niggas was outside.
We had little small things. We wasn't trying to do nothing big.
Right.
I'll save you some weed. You know what I mean? That was about it.
Yeah.
Somebody would be around with us with a pocket rocket across the street, or we know like, okay, they got all right, we good. If something go down, we know.
Yeah, you
that's
good.
the pushes right there, we good.
Yeah.
Exactly what I said.
You knew your surroundings. You knew you had to set up.
Yeah. One day I'm gonna do maybe like a series called Wilmington about just that part of Wilmington in between Imperial, probably the Rosecrans or something like that, and just do like a mini doc series and kind of reenact those times because those were fun times. It was dangerous, but it ain't like now. These kids would never do what we did. If we go down the streets right now, you ain't gonna see no. We were young niggas frontlining it. They not frontlining like that.
Like I said, what we used to call it, the Wilmington Show.
The Wilmington
You know
Show.
what I mean?
That's what I would
Same
call it.
cast, different episode every day. Something else going down. But we had the
Every day
same
some shit happen. Every day up.
every day, new episode. Real talk. Seen a nigga get hit on a motorcycle, fly 3 houses down the street. You didn't expect it, but hey, there's always something crazy going down.
Look, man, it was so many murders at the liquor store we used to hang at that they closed the liquor store down.
Yeah.
It was that bad. Like, this the only liquor store that stayed open till 2 in the morning coming off the 105 freeway up Wilmington.
Exactly. They wasn't even doing that at that liquor store over there by the freeway. You know?
Right.
They closed at 1.
It's
You know what I mean?
It's 100 hoods going up Wilmington. If you think about Wilmington, driving up Wilmington, it's 100 hoods on each side of the street. Niggas, Bloods, Crips, all kind of shit.
We're
From
surrounded
Rock
by everybody.
to Long Beach, damn near. Wilmington is one of the craziest streets to hang out on. That's like hanging out on Vermont. Figueroa. That's like standing out on Figueroa, nigga.
Yeah.
That's how frontline we was, bro. In our era.
Didn't even care. Stayed out till like 2:30 in the morning.
Right.
Just hanging out. Like what? What's about to go down now?
Frontline. Good times, man. Good times.
Like I said, you know what I mean? Wish you could bring them back.
Yep. It was the good old days, man.
In certain moments we had, it made a hell of a day, you know what I mean?
Right.
Right. The whole weekend.
It was those times where if you didn't have it, Marcus had it. Might have had it. If CCN got it, one of the OGs gonna look out for us. If none of us got it, we got so much love in the hood, we could go on any block and get what we want.
We get it for free.
Get it for free, nigga. They took that away from black people, man. We don't have neighborhoods like that no more. Where I live at, I don't even know my neighbors, bro.
I know that's a fact. I couldn't tell you none of my neighbors' names, bro.
Me neither.
I can tell you what they look like. That's about it.
I could barely tell you that.
I can tell you what they look like. But other than
Maybe
that,
one of them. Just one.
tell you shit else. All I know is I got a cop to stay over here. That's it.
Well, that's kind of a good thing.
Oh yeah, he cool though, black dude. Yeah.
Believe it or not, I think it was a cop that stayed over there when we stayed in Compton, wasn't it, Marcus?
Wait, was it?
Remember we used to see a police car in front of somebody's house all the time? Like, that nigga lived there.
Oh, that wasn't a squad car. He had one of those, what you call it? You know, when they, it's an old squad car, you know what I mean? But it still had the light.
Auction car, they got the light on the side still.
Yeah, but they take that.
Top,
What's the engine? It's a T1 and what?
LT1.
Yeah, they take that engine out, but they sell the car.
So if you get you a police edition Caprice from 96, 95, you gonna have a Corvette engine in that motherfucker.
Oh no, they take those out, bro.
They take it out.
They started taking them out, but remember, niggas was getting them with the police interceptors in them. With the digital dad. A couple homies had some.
Oh, I ain't seen them.
Look, the Caprice I had was an old police car. Nigga, we used to burn rubber in that bitch from corner to corner.
You was crazy. Your ass was crazy. We've been in high speed chases in that motherfucker.
Man, that motherfucker was fast. Hey, D class, I had a 95 or a 94 with the skirt on it. Caprice. Big body. Nigga, we used to tear ass in that motherfucker. I had 15s in that motherfucker, boy.
Hell no.
Skirting around the block.
I done lost so many cars fucking around over there. I left what kind of Cadillac was that I left in front of your house, Marcus? I still, man, that hurt my heart to this day, nigga.
I don't remember that one.
It was
I remember you had that, and you had it posted up in front of that. And I remember Grandma was like, "Who cars did?"
Oh,
and I didn't want to say that because I didn't want to get you in trouble to know shit like that.
I couldn't move it. I fucked up the distributor on it because I hooked up the distributor straight to the battery because the alarm had went off on it and I wanted to drive the motherfucker. Being stupid. I should have told that motherfucker home, but I felt comfortable. I'm like, it's at Marcus' house. I'm good. Man, I came back one day, that bitch was gone. I was hurt.
Yeah, but remember who was across the street from my house? Remember, he was neighborhood watch. I remember we used to keep them blinds open all the time. And he sniffed on a few people on the neighborhood. Yeah. You know who I'm talking about.
They say you know it.
Mr. Williams?
Yeah.
Yeah, that was his neighborhood watch.
Man, that motherfucker was like 87 Fleetwood Broham, nigga. Tell him how clean that motherfucker was. Tip top, one owner.
Well, see, the thing was, though, your ass was Mr. Neat. Because if it was like the smallest little chip crumbs and shit, you be done swept up. You had that little broom. You got it right out.
You hear me, D-Class? I kept a small broom in my car, nigga.
You could a little handle broom like this. Got it right out.
I kept every car I had. I kept that motherfucker clean, man. I ain't played that game. All right, let's get into this, man. I just had to reminisce on the old days. You know, when me and my boy get together, we got to talk about it.
Think about it. We have this new political system that is shifting. We're going into a digital system. Right here in Texas, right now, they have not one, but two digital stock exchanges opening up. It's a brand new stock exchange by BlackRock and the New York Stock Exchange.
All right, BlackRock. BlackRock owns probably a little bit of everything, nigga. They own diamonds in Sierra Leone. They own record labels. They own everything. Look into BlackRock, y'all. We're gonna do a whole podcast researching BlackRock, man. Them motherfuckers run this world. They trillionaires. The company, they're like a stock exchange, but they got AI running a stock exchange. So a computer is telling them what to invest into, like. Y'all got a BlackRock niggas behind a lot of shit, bro.
At the same time,
you need to look at.
I would say letting AI control everything that you know, stocks and everything. It's kind of dangerous.
Right, because y'all letting
they making a lot of money. All it takes is one mistake by that computer, and all those funds can be gone. Just like that.
Yeah, but too, that's one of the things you got to know when to get in and when to get out. You fuck around and hit you a quick lick. Hey, man, don't get greedy.
Listen to what I'm trying to tell y'all. If y'all want to know about any conspiracy theory, it's all going to go back to BlackRock, nigga. Go check out BlackRock. BlackRock is the one that's funding the motherfuckers who funding the motherfuckers who funding the motherfuckers. You remember the pyramid, right?
Right.
They at the top. So if Diddy and them is down here and all that, BlackRock they're involved in all that shit.
Yeah.
Anybody that's becoming a billionaire or touching some type of money, trust me, they're somewhere down the line, they in cahoots with BlackRock. Hey, did y'all know that the Big Pimpin' video was shot on Epstein Island?
Yeah.
Okay, let's go there. Jay-Z, Dame Dash was fucking with Epstein, and that's who put the money behind the movies that they was making.
Mm.
Yeah.
Follow the money. If you follow the money, you're gonna be able to see who dirty.
And that's the thing. You just gotta do the money trail. But like they say though, man, like a lot of this shit, a lot of people been saying, they just used to say you crazy, man. That's where the whole conspiracy theory came from. It was just a way to cover up shit and say you crazy.
Man, we ain't crazy.
You know what I'm saying?
We ain't crazy for
That's
sure.
why it's like a lot of this shit, like it don't surprise me, man. Because if you've been to different areas and different states and shit, like you've heard a lot of this shit. So like, yeah, all the West Coast shit, the Texas shit, like out here, I heard all that shit growing up. So it's like none of that shit really surprised me, bro.
And it don't surprise me. I'm sure it don't surprise you either, Marcus. It don't surprise me at all.
Whenever you see those things revealing over the past, I say 10 years, maybe less. You know what I mean? Everything just been coming out, being spilled out in the open. Yeah. We know about all this crap you niggas did. We know all about the shit you did. You was in cahoots with them. And y'all did some real foul stuff. Now, y'all ended up paying for it. And the people that was on the sidelines, they knew about it, but now they getting involved. You going to jail too.
You going to jail too, motherfucker. I used to come back from Hollywood and studios and shit and tell Marcus all kind of shit, but I could never put my finger on it. But now it makes so much sense to me, Marcus, and I'm so thankful that nobody wanted to sign me.
Right, you know what's crazy? Man, I grew up in Cali, and I never went to Hollywood until I was an adult, my nigga. Like, I ain't give a damn about going to Hollywood.
Huh.
Like, none of that shit, man. None of that shit used to, I'd be like, man, fuck that. I go to the beach, that's it, bro.
I would tell Marcus, like, I don't get it. Like, certain people around me with less talent was getting more money than me, and I'm around all these different kind of people. Marcus will tell you, I was in Hollywood. I went to BET Awards. I'm in the mix with everybody. But they would never, like, put me on. I would have to do everything on my own pocket. You know what I'm saying? I never got put on, and I was always wondering why. And they knew I wasn't no sellout.
Yeah. So I remember I used to make the beats for you. You know what I mean? You tell me what you want. I'll make you a CD. Hit the studio. You come back. Let me hear the track. I'm like, man, some fire right here. You should have already been something. You said it yourself.
D-Class, I had that shit on lock around there, bro. I was like hood famous around that motherfucker when I was doing music. It was no reason why. We had a conversations like, we're gonna do this next. We're gonna do some. We did 100 shows, bro.
Indeed.
From the House of Blues to name a rapper, like any of the OGs that niggas would look up to. Sugar Free, I did shows with him, met him, kicked it with him. Dub C Studio did songs with him. Like, it was no reason why. But now I understand. They only choose a selective few. See, we didn't come really asking for nothing. We had money, and we was always deep, and we kept. D was our security. Telling Big D. So we didn't. It wasn't no extorting us, because we got the whole set behind us. So I think if you ask me right now, Marcus, nobody from our area to this day has ever got a record deal or put on, period, since Coolio.
Well, I haven't really heard any.
All that talent over there, but not one person been put on.
Like I said, sometimes it's really who you know.
That is so true, bro.
Yeah.
So true.
There's so many people that got talent, you know what I mean? But because they don't know anybody, they can't get their foot in the door. You know what I mean? Then you got those people that just get that lucky chance that somebody comes and they hear what they can do.
Man, the
Don't give them a
crazy part,
chance.
Marcus, the A Block Who song was done by Brody Brown, which is the writer for Bruno Mars and does all the beats and got Grammys and rich as shit. And fuck with me, you know the story. But he put on some people that probably don't even know how to rap. And you get what I'm saying? But later on, I understood why. But then I was so confused. You get what I'm saying?
Man.
I'm doing shows with DJ Head as my motherfucking DJ for my set. DJ Head is on 92.3 The Beat at this time. Like
back in the day.
Back in the day.
92.3. And they switched it up.
Yeah. DJ Head running shit now. That's crazy. Like a lot of these people, you know. We grew up with the AVs and shit. I remember when I was bigger than Nipsey. I remember when we wouldn't even get that nigga music a shot.
I don't even want to hear that
We wouldn't put that in our CD player and play it because we was on some East Side shit for real. I remember, bro. I remember when Game was the hottest rapper in Compton, bro.
At the same time, you know, like I said, he happened to get a lucky chick. He got lucky.
YG got lucky too. But we didn't look at YG as a game banger. We looked at him as a jerker or make dance. Yeah. We did not look at him like a Wilmington gang member because his hood was like 3 blocks away, 4 blocks away from us. We never seen them niggas before in our life. Never seen a red nigga. We never seen a red shirt or a P hat come down our street.
They say he went to Paramount High School.
So we considered that nigga a Hawthorne nigga or some shit. We did not consider niggas from Compton unless they was on Wilmington doing their big one. Because Wilmington is the street that run through everybody's hood. So if you wasn't mainline gangbanging, you went at the shopping center, you went catching fades and catching the train and all that. We didn't see you. You know what I'm saying, Marty?
Oh, yeah.
Big time.
Rosa Parks Station, get on the green line.
Hey, Marcus, do you remember Jerome?
What's Jerome?
The homie Jerome that used to be with Floyd in them.
Who that?
He's my nigga Marcus. Remember he stayed on the 3rd.
Oh yeah, I do remember, bro. You and CC that day. I remember he was walking with you and CC when I think I met him.
Yeah.
Yeah. What's up, bro? Peace to everybody up here on the panel. You know what I'm saying? Peace to everybody.
So, I had you on a podcast the other day, Big Time. Shout out my boy Big Time. One of my longtime friends I've been knowing forever since way back. You know what I'm saying? All of us from Compton, D-Class from Long Beach, but we in this bitch, nigga. The LA podcast is in this bitch. But we all worldwide. Shout out Houston, Texas. Shout out Seattle. And shout out my nigga right now. Where you at? You Big Time. You in LA. Big Time still in LA. Shout out.
I'm in Compton right now. I'm on the south side right now.
Shout out to South Side Compton.
I ain't gonna lie. I think I'm like 2 doors down from Easy Grandma's house. Like I ain't even lying. Like that nigga spirit over here for sure. I'm gonna say that.
That's what's up. So man, we was over here looking at this Big Homie CC interview where they were talking about how currency is gonna go digital, just like music went digital. I know y'all remember when music went digital, or when DVDs came out. So how do y'all feel about currency going digital? No more cash.
I really don't have much of an opinion on that because they can get a lot of people how they do now. I'm pretty sure you probably got an account set up with Pay, and you might have been charged twice or something. You know, they're supposed to charge you once, they're going to charge you twice. You know, cryptocurrency. If you get hacked, you can get jacked real quick.
I wanna say, I wanna ask y'all, had y'all seen that new? And it's related to what you asking. Had y'all seen that new Superman trailer?
Not yet.
Had y'all seen? No.
Nah.
I'm finna pull it up.
Pull it up right now, cause if you don't know, Superman got a dog named Crypto.
Crypto, yeah.
Yeah.
Superman dog is named Crypto, and that character been in the Superman comic since the 1960s. So I'm gonna show you how they've been planning all this shit for 100 years.
100-year plan. Talk about it big time. This is why I gotta have big time a part of the podcast, because I think above, below, and in the middle, but my nigga be thinking like, all right, we gotta go to another realm with this shit and go, like, you gotta know the past to know. If you don't know where you've been, you will never know where you're going.
Man, I'm telling you, they had niggas going through slavery all over again. Yeah, get to that point.
We damn near in slavery because you gotta work 2 jobs just to sustain a fucking household and live a comfortable life.
Cost of living adjustments go up.
Hey, show the new one though. And I'll tell you the new that one where he laid out right there. I think it's the newest one. It just came out like 3 days ago.
3 days ago. There we go.
We can watch the old one too. They both say the same thing about crypto. I'm gonna tell you. All these movies they put out, it's called Masonic Code. I was telling him about Avatar. They'll never show us in our ancient form as black. They'll show us as blue and green and shit like that.
Yeah.
That's crazy. And Avatar always stood out to me. Even the Last Airbender, that was a message too.
Play the two, like the little 2-minute one though. You can play the short one, the little 1 minute one, whatever. And
we going to the 4 minutes. Don't worry about it.
Whenever you ready, you can play the little short one because it's still gonna say the same thing.
It's on right now.
Can't make it bigger?
Yeah, but I don't want them to put that fucking ad on.
Okay. Okay, y'all gotta understand. Superman always represented the U.S. corporation. He always represented white people trying to act like they was the true Americans. Propaganda to get you to believe that the Pilgrim is the true American. That's Captain America is that. Spider-Man is that. You see what I'm saying? When they pilgrims that came over here. Okay, that's Crypto. That's Crypto the dog, right? You see him coming?
Right.
Oh, flying in the sky, huh?
And this one, he just moves super fast and he got super strength. Right. I don't know that. I ain't seen the whole movie, but right here, he just super fast. He got super strength. Right?
Take me home. Home. Crypto. Home.
So you see, he got super strength. He can pull that nigga. You feel me? Now I could go into how the CIA. That's based on the CIA they got a real up north. They got a real like fortress up there type shit.
Oh yeah.
Right. But this is what I'm gonna say. Before you even go into that, let me explain this. Superman is down, right? He beat up. He on the ground. So they showing you that the deficit in America is fucked up right now. We owe all these other countries this money. Like the U.S. is finna, the corporation, the U.S. corporation is finna fall. So if you notice, they had Crypto, the dog, is saving him, taking that nigga home.
Yeah.
This is their symbolism for what's gonna save them from the deficit, because paper money is not, it's finna be worthless. You finna see $20 on the ground and walk right over that shit because they finna stop accepting it at the stores. It's gonna go back to gold and silver and digital currency. So the crypto is what's gonna save their ass. The white man that came over here pretending that's how they trying to save themselves. If you notice, the last Superman movie with Zack Snyder, the Batman, he was a little darker. He was more evil type of Superman. So they basically saying, "Oh, we going back from being, the fucked up America that's always against the black man, always against the people, back to like the golden age of Superman, where he was more saving people, helping people." That's what Trump represents.
Right.
See what I'm saying?
Yeah, that shit make a lot of sense, bro. Damn, that's crazy.
Islam. If you go further into the clip, they're gonna show the robots. They're gonna give you clues about the Tesla robots, all that shit.
Hey, you heard? I just watched a video about what was that? The motorcycle that they supposed to be coming out with. They got the 4 legs.
Fortnite.
Nah, it's a motorcycle like that Kawasaki making, and that bitch supposed to have like 4 legs. Like it's supposed to run on hydrogen.
Oh, I did see that. I saw that.
The robot.
It was an Asian guy talking about it.
Yeah. And he saw some people walking up the side of a mountain or some shit.
But this the thing though, bro. They got them little robot dogs already patrolling Brooklyn.
Yep.
They really want to get it to where they don't have to have police on the street and they can have robots run down on you. That's how they really want it. And they can be safe. They can be sitting somewhere controlling that motherfucker, fucking you up, and send another one after your ass. That's how they really want to get it. But only we can allow that to happen by accepting the technology, because they know niggas, we like to wear chains, we like to show off. I'm the first one got my robot. Look at my robot. They setting you up though.
It all
I just want to put that message out there for my brothers, so y'all know, you know what I'm saying? Not to, fall to your ego, because that's what they depending on. When you get some money, you ain't gotta buy everything to keep up with the Joneses, because some of that shit they know how you are, and they try to take advantage of that.
That's why they use data. That's why data is so important. But
and who ain't lazy sometime and don't want a robot to do shit for him. But like I said, we can't trust Tesla. We don't know what he put in the brains of them things. We don't know what they giving us clues. That's what make me believe it's a God, because I don't think they would show these movies or give us any clue if they wanted to. I really believe this is a game being played from heaven to test us and see if we really about what we stand for in our court as the children of God. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
well, they have to show. The devil has to show his hand. That was
because in actuality, just because these niggas got all this technology and got this and that, a lot of them motherfuckers ain't got no soul, bro, and they ain't happy, and none of that shit gonna make them happy. Let's put it that way first off.
Well, what you said about them not having a soul and everything, when you go back and you look at the invention of the Predator drone, how
one more time, invention of the what?
A person with no conscience.
Predator.
You basically sitting there playing like a video game. You push this button, but you just dropped a bomb that killed how many thousands of people? And you took them out and go right there.
Right. You playing Call of Duty, you didn't
That Hiroshima, huh?
Exactly.
You done killed 1 million people.
Yep.
You know that it's to desensitize our young black men. That's why they kill each other so much. Because they done killed 1 million niggas on Grand Theft Auto.
Yeah, so y'all see they like all these movies coming out this summer, whether it's that one, the Fantastic Four, they got some shit. They finna be telling you what they plan to do. Talk about in their secret societies that they don't want you to know. They'll put it as esoteric or code information in the movie. You know what I'm saying? So it's kind of like it's up to you to be connected to God and not distracted by the flesh so much as to get higher to see all that shit. Because the game is being played. It's up to you to see it. If you don't see it, you just kind of you letting somebody take your planet. That's what they telling you on Avatar is this planet is our hood, my nigga, and we are letting foreigners come in and take the shit. Like that's really what it is. Like everybody is born to a plane. God literally gave us this shit, and niggas don't understand that. We didn't pay bills and shit in ancient Egypt. The pyramids gave free electricity to everybody, but that's too. I guess that's just too. Niggas need this type of responsibility to be right. I don't know. Because I still use House Resolution 192. I learned from the Moors. You know, I discharged my debt, but I'm just saying. You know what I mean?
Our level of thinking, bro.
But you got to explain that because a lot of people don't know about House 192.
They do that so you can be concentrating on that and never really accomplish your spiritual goals. Because they know you so concentrating on keeping your finances and shit together that you can't go within. And that ain't how this is supposed to be. You feel me? It wasn't supposed to be like that.
And now that's a fact, because that's basically what everybody that's going overseas and shit. That's the main thing they saying is that once you get over there, you can live free. You don't have to worry about all this extra shit.
Right, and also that's also part of it, bro. That's part of them trying to get you to go over there. Why? The whole beginning of being of the pilgrim shit was them coming over here and taking our land. Everybody great grandma tell them they got Indian in their blood, right? I'm sure y'all had somebody in y'all family said y'all had Indian in y'all blood, correct?
Wichita.
Facts. Nobody said, oh, we from this tribe in Africa. We was all taught that shit in school. All our great grandmas told us, we got you, no, you from here, you got Indian in your blood. Oh, yeah, it went from Tataki to Cherokee because the Cherokee was the fake ones that came over and killed the Tataki. And they white. You know, ain't no goddamn white Indians, and we know y'all from Europe.
Right.
Feel me?
Yeah.
You feel me? So, and then they replaced them with these people are really Siberian and Europeans and Mongols. These niggas is not native to America. Us, we native to America. They made us black. They put Negro, black, and colored on our birth certificates, all that shit. Black is a slave term from Europe. When Europe took over the East Coast, when France took over the South, they start calling niggas colored. It cover couleur is how you pronounce it in they dialect in France. Couleur. Then Negro is when Spain took over the West Coast. Negro. So they classified us when they rounded us up. Over here, they killed Queen Khalifa, the owl that they got up north. That owl they got up there near the bay, the Bohemian Grove, that was Queen Khalifa's owl. It meant wisdom. That's why they got to sacrifice the children and kill the children in front of that owl, because they have to do it in front of God. It's like spitting in God's face type shit to please the devil so he can give them something.
That's why they got to.
Which is why, and when Kendrick did the video, Not Like Us, and I'm in that video, watch it, bro, cover. He put a cage. Kendrick Lamar put a cage over the owl because that really represents the court of owls. Like I said, who defiled the great mother and defiled the wisdom with all these negative things and these evil blood sacrifices and shit. Like I said, they got to do the exact opposite of what God wants. If God love the children, they got to kill the children. They got to make them bleed. Then they get reward from the devil. But trust me, you ain't gonna. It ain't eternal life, brother. It ain't that. You ain't gonna have eternal freedom. I'll tell you that. Fucking with them, it ain't worth it to have just a little pleasures in this life and then have your soul slave for eternity, blood, or used as a pawn on different planets to take over other people's planets. No matter how you feel about it, because at that time now you just a pawn for that.
That's great.
Real talk, bro. On the Moors, man, on the merge. On my gold angelic frequencies of the sun on rock. Real talk, no lie.
That's
But what
fact.
do you think about Kendrick Lamar still doing business with Lucy and
So
Grizz?
I just been trying to put this information out that God been blessing me with. You feel me? Cause I didn't used to think like this, and Dante know that shit. You know? Yeah. You know, I'm grateful to God, you know what I'm saying? So I just try to let other people know, and hopefully they catch on the frequency so they can, because I feel like the more of us that see this shit, if it's they can't do it, because we gonna, whenever they try this shit that we know is gonna fuck it, we already know, so we not going for it. You feel me? Like we can kind of just ride our way through this shit and look out for what they trying to do and just keep trying to raise up. You know what I'm saying? Cause we all kind of going into the mother of the universe wants to make it into this golden age, and that's why everything's kind of leaning toward that one future, and we can't allow these devils to try and detour us, try to take us into some fucking Road Warriors type shit or some Mad Max type shit or whatever they really want to do. See what I'm saying? But that's because they think we gonna go crazy if they cut all the lights off, if they cut all the electricity off. We just gotta know, hey, some of y'all niggas know how to fuck with electricity. Hey, some of y'all niggas is very inventive. We don't need them. You know what I'm saying? We're gonna start being resourceful. It's already in our melanin anyway. We ain't gonna go crazy and start. Let's get organized and just feel me. We got enough knowledge to, you know what I mean? If all the water cut off, we gonna make us a little filter. You know what I'm saying? I just don't want everybody to panic like they want us to, and then it end up being how they want it. Feel me?
Well, look at that Y2K shit. How many people panicked on that? They went out buying cases of water. They was even buying military rations.
Yeah,
all that. I say get a 3-month supply, bro. I'm telling everybody. The Prophet Drew Ali told us about this in 1930 something. He said, y'all make sure y'all family know about this shit in the future and keep a 3-month supply, because he knew the government was planning this shit 100 years ago. The Twin Towers was being knocked down in movies in the 80s and early 90s, bro. Before that shit actually happened in like 2001 or whatever. Feel me?
Yeah.
They have been, all this shit been planned. So we at the ending stages. We know they gonna do they did the vaccine shit. They got another one coming. I heard the white boy talk about this. I pray to God that it don't happen, right? But I'm still telling people because, hey, when I wasn't in my prayer space, they sprung COVID on me, and my brother's dead now. You feel me? Rest in peace, my brother Tyrone.
Furthermore, the
Bill Gates did that, nigga. He got the patent. He got the patent on COVID. He just murdered everybody's family, and ain't nobody took this nigga out.
This video will explore about symbolism.
Niggas could be in the hood shooting at each other. Nigga, this nigga just murdered everybody's family. It's just normal work. It's whatever. It's on the news. All niggas died from COVID. Man, he did that. Why ain't nobody? You feel me?
Enigmatic and elusive creatures of the night, shrouded in mystery and intrigue.
You feel me? So
Owls represent
that's
wisdom,
just what I'm saying, bro. Is
metamorphosis,
be aware, man. The next thing they got planned, that they say they got planned, like I said, I pray God shit don't happen. If you eating a lot of food with metals in it, that's why Walmart, like the sis just hit me like, now don't go to Walmart, man. We boycott Walmart, you know what I'm saying? For at least 4 days we ain't going there, because people be getting sick off their food. They putting a lot of metals in their food. It's on the news, like on the internet everywhere, like niggas getting sick all of a sudden going to Walmart. So niggas boycott 4 days, not going to Walmart, buy nothing from them. You know what I'm saying? Walmart backwards is martial law. It's coded martial law. So you gotta understand what they trying to make happen here. Because if they could deem the people crazy, then they could legally come in and kill everybody and put everybody in camps. So they're trying to get that reaction. But like I said, we just gotta work through. Prove these niggas we don't need them. We ain't just on their dick like that, bro. We can actually unify and do some shit on our own together as a people. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
Bill Gates had that fucking patent, bro. Bill Gates. If you get a Kabbalistic dictionary and you look up Bill Gates' name in there, it say Beelzebub. Imagine For real, like imagine the fact I found it's a fucking Kabbalistic dictionary and this nigga's name is in there in the first place. But yeah, bro. You know what I'm saying? Which like we used to watch Ninja Turtles, bro. Like we the Ninja Turtles, nigga. America was called Turtle Island. They talking about niggas.
Yeah.
The Krang is that's them. They got that entity in their stomach. Beelzebub. See what I'm saying?
Yeah, I have heard that before.
It's the truth. You see all the bandanas, and Ninja Turtle got the bandanas on red because it's all these hoods, but it's the chosen few of those who not finna keep arguing with each other and go after the real fucking enemy, bro.
Shredder.
Thanks.
Feel me?
Yeah. And that's crazy though, because you can break down damn near every cartoon we used to watch back in the day. You can't.
All of them is Masonic, bro. I used to think all this shit is just it's not entertainment, bro. They low key been putting all of the truth right in your face where you wouldn't think to look.
Damn, that's crazy.
Founded in only 1988, in less than 30 years, this American financial firm
exactly. Each conscious level stack up in tier. That's how God set it up. Before you move to the next one, you got to know what was confusing you on this level, and then you're gonna be like, "Oh, it works like that all the way up." But a lot of us, we ain't even been doing the work, bro.
And that's just
our whole people go their whole life. They got to start over. Feel me? Because they purposely we got entities. Alien people here, bro. Some of them look just like us. Like I said, except with the lack of a soul. You feel me? And they got going into the Gnostic text. They'll tell you about the creation of that fake Negro too. But Yakub and them who made the white boy, they was made by reptilians. You know what I'm saying? The Yaku was made by the reptilians and the white people was made by him. Like I said, the reptilians made a duplicate of us. They look like us, but they lack soul. Because that come from the highest plane, which Earth was seeded from, and they can't, they don't have that type of tech. They got all the technology to look what he made. Oh, look at this. The cars, niggas on that. Y'all not understanding though. With a soul, you can invent and make all that shit. If everything get destroyed on this planet, you still got a soul, you can still build a Lamborghini. Without a soul, you're gonna need a blueprint, nigga. You're not gonna be intuitive
to perform
enough to do it
for its clients.
To invent it.
It receives sensitive data from banks, insurance companies.
That's why it's not good to sell your shit, you feel me? Or you really think about it, This is one lifetime we live in, you know what I'm saying? You're gonna need that bitch. You feel me?
About the management of financial assets worth another $20 trillion.
And I just want to make sure
BlackRock also has shares and
I think that's why God got me back in Compton, man. I was in LA for 10 years, you know what I'm saying? I think he brought, it's crazy, came back. Kendrick came with that shit against Drake. And I'm like, damn, Drake, I knew Drake was on some draconian shit. Cause I'm like, and look. In Drake new video, he got the owls sitting on the 5G towers. Did y'all see that shit?
No, I ain't even seen Drake new video.
Just came out last week. Remember, Kendrick caged the owl in his video, basically saying, "I'm caging the quarter owls, the Illuminati motherfuckers. I'm caging their ass. Nigga, we stopping this pedophilia. We stopping on. It's all coded. Really, he make it feel like it's the LA culture dance." Yeah, but it's a deeper message to that shit.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? We getting these draconians out the way. They is not like us, nigga. Do y'all niggas like eating babies? I sure the fuck don't. And I don't want nobody like that around my children. Trying to act like they like me, bro. And they really on some whole other predatorial shit.
No,
especially them rich motherfuckers in Canada. You know what I'm saying? They feel like they got so much money, they can do whatever. You feel me?
Can y'all hear me now?
Yeah. They got so much money, man. Sometimes they just we just gonna do some evil shit. Like,
hey,
ain't nobody gonna stop us. Okay, it is a God, my nigga. And right now, you see how they exposing Drake. Everything finna be exposed, bro. All these niggas gonna be in shame and trying to hide. And I hope it's a lynch mob on their ass. I hope it's a lynch mob on their ass.
All right, let's get into it real quick. big time. Let's get into this video.
Bill Gates, man. Like, God damn, man.
It explains
I
how
just-
BlackRock owns all this shit. So the people you
I don't even care. Bill Gates see this shit.
Can you hear me?
Like Bill Gates, and then everybody be scared of these things. Like, nah, bro. All you gotta do is call the angels, nigga. They can't. None of these niggas really fuck with the God anyway, bro. Like, if you really, they can't, bro. Like, they try to put fear in us to get us, to weaken us.
Can you hear me? Can you hear me?
You know what I mean? Like, oh yeah, we can't beat them. They got all the money. They got this. And they, like Dante was telling me the other day, we really are free. We really are free because there is a God here, bro. It's they can't do nothing to us that's not warranted, bro. We, you know what I'm saying? But it's up to us to think, because the thinking is what's gonna save you. You can only save yourself. Ain't nobody coming back to save you. Jesus is a consciousness, bro. It's Christ a consciousness. That's a consciousness. That's what's gonna save you. When they talk about Christ, they talking about a consciousness, not a person. That's the lie they telling.
All right,
Because it was many different Messiah and all that come down from the heavens, from the North Star, or whatever part of the galaxy, to make sure we remember who we was and we stayed in a high vibe.
I had to mute him for a minute. I don't know if he can hear him. Can everybody? Everybody?
I can hear you, bro.
I had to mute you because I don't think you can hear everybody. We're gonna watch a video on how BlackRock runs all this shit. So BlackRock is connected to Walmart, Google, everything.
Are firms listed on the stock.
So here we are.
Let's go.
BlackRock is the subject of a lot of speculation online.
There is a robot that controls more wealth than any country on earth.
Really, the commander-in-chief is Larry Fink.
They have stock in 95% of Fortune 500 companies, and they've been hired by governments across the world to help manage financial crises and even just conduct normal operations. That means that pretty much any time you interact with the economy, working, buying stuff, driving a car, going to the bank, anything, you're interacting with BlackRock. But that $10.6 trillion isn't really their money. Don't worry, we'll come back to that. And they claim they're just passive investors, which seems harmless, right? While I love a good conspiracy, and I know there was a cornucopia on the Fruit of the Loom logo, how much of a conspiracy is this really? I wanted to get to the truth behind BlackRock and the other nearly identical asset managers, State Street and Vanguard, known as the Big Three. Are they acting? And their mission in our economy is the not at all terrifying sounding universal ownership. BlackRock is an asset manager, and the service they offer is taking a customer's money and making more money out of it. Their existence relies upon an important invention of the 70s.
That's why bed's only $119.
More exciting, the index fund. It was pioneered by the first CEO of Vanguard, and it offers investors a way to invest in many stocks at
I wouldn't
once.
trust that nigga for nothing in the world. He looks shady as hell, but let's keep going.
So instead of betting a lot on a few individual companies, you bet a little bit on every company in the whole index, basically just the whole market itself.
The index at least steers a steady course.
It's like instead of betting on a single horse, you're betting on all horses at once. And index funds are a form of mutual fund, the more general way people pull
Y'all hear that?
money
Instead
together
of
to make
betting
big
on one team, they bet on both teams.
That's how Freemasons do it, man. They'll tell you the truth and the lie.
If that money from you, then flip it.
together to make big investments. But someone needs to be the one to pool all that money together and manage it, and that's an asset manager, i.e. BlackRock. Index funds and ETFs are their main products, and they're pretty similar. They're popular because they're lower risk, have more consistent returns, and are cheaper for asset managers because they don't have to pay a guy to place bets all day, which studies show they are not very good at.
Just ignore the folly of short-term speculation. It's absolutely a loser's game.
So if the market is up 7% today, so is your index fund. Instead of constantly buying and selling shares, which is what active investors do, BlackRock and these big asset managers buy a little every company and just hold on to those shares basically indefinitely. This is called passive investing, a title that affords them a lot of legal leeway they otherwise wouldn't get. They own so much that it would be impossible for them to sell out of any one stock in one fell swoop.
When you think about passive, we can't sell a company as long as they're in the index.
Most of the money asset managers manage come from institutional investors. Those are big pension funds, insurance companies, nonprofits, and university endowments. But while all the money they manage is in the hands of these big institutions, most of it actually comes from regular people. Public and private pension plans, 401k owners, college tuition, and anyone with insurance. This is your...
Hey, y'all. We learning some shit right now, too, y'all. So
Yeah, like I told you.
Hey, and it's cold. It's cold how they charge. It's cold how they charge us for all that shit.
That's for everything, nigga. I was just about to say, if we stop paying taxes, all this shit is over with. Niggas gotta stop going to work, bro. Stop being a slave. Hey, when Kanye says slavery is a choice, I get what he means. I agree.
I agree as well.
This is your money, but it doesn't always come back to you. Nor do you get a say in the companies it gets invested in.
We don't
While
have
they
a say
want
where
good...
none of our tax money go, but they sure take it, don't they?
Hence what I just said. They take our money, they flip it, and they get rich.
And I need y'all to know, they from Europe. They not from over here. They taxing us on our own land.
And that's even more disrespectful.
Right.
That's
It really is.
That's game
That's a
banging
big
at its
slap in the
finest.
face.
It's a big slap in the face.
For
You ain't
real.
Let's keep going.
This is your money, but it doesn't always come back to you. Nor do you get a say in the companies it gets invested in. While they want good returns on those investments, contrary to how we think about Wolf of Wall Street type investors, that's not actually their main goal. They make their profits from the fees they charge their clients, not from the returns on the money they invest. I spoke with Benjamin Braun, a professor of political economy at the London School of Economics. He's written a bunch of studies on asset managers' role in our economy and society.
The fees
So
you
what
earn.
is generational wealth to you guys? What is your definition of generational wealth?
My definition of generational wealth will be power of the mind, power of the heart. But they version of power is money and everything. It's all about money. The cash rules everything around.
Right.
If you don't have any money, people won't look at you a certain. When they see you dressing $200 suits, stuff like that, they look at you funny. Now, if you come with a $2,000, you get the most high respect.
Right. It's the same shit, just a different tag on the inside.
There you go.
Half the time, it don't even cost as much. It costs way less to make the suit than what you paid for it. So,
for real.
And who do they have make it? People from Thailand. You know what I mean? They over there in Korea, China. They're making all this stuff.
he could go buy his own materials and, from downtown LA and make that shit. Probably make it look just as good. It ain't like it's no silk or no shit. You feel me? Like, if it is, you know.
Yeah, can you crochet? Can you make a blanket?
But shit, that's where you gotta tap.
No, you're right. You're right, but it's just like. But I definitely rather pay $2,000, $1,000 for a suit than pay $200,000 for a suit, bro. That's some egotistical shit, bro. Like,
there you go.
It's children starving out here, bro. I'd rather give that shit to my little cousins and my daughter than go spend $200,000 on a fucking suit, bro.
Well, catch me in that place.
Think about this too, though. People would rather go spend that $200,000 and go fuck it off with somebody else instead of going to deal with somebody that could probably make it for $200, and it'd be the same shit.
I'm gonna be honest, y'all.
That's real truth.
I wear suits, and the average blazer at Macy's is like $500. Suits ain't cheap nowhere around if you go in the shop at like Dillard's or you going to Neiman Marcus or something like that. Ain't no way around it. You go all together when you come with the pants could be $50 to $100. The shirt underneath could be $50 to $100. The jacket gonna be $300 to $500. You gonna spend $1,300 to $1,000 on a full set if you really dealing in that game. But to go spend $200,000 on a suit.
Hey, you go to Birmingham Coat Factory, 150 for the whole shit, bro. 200, 150.
Birmingham Coat Factory, you gonna spend $150, $200 on a suit.
Yeah.
You right.
Oh shit.
Yeah, but at the same time, with today's society, that's considered a cheap suit.
Yo,
Hey, I know how to wear a suit. They ain't gonna know how much that bitch costs.
what they say is it's about how you.
The funny part is though, try that shit with one of them CEO motherfuckers. They know that's a cheap suit. Trust me.
Take your ass.
Hey, look, I just had a meeting with my lawyer. Right? I bought the suit out the thrift store. That bitch probably was about $600 before it was in the thrift store. But when I went to that meeting, we had in a high rise downtown LA there with their white folks there. My lawyer, he Persian. He like, man, you were wearing that polo in that suit, man. Oh man, he making 50,000 a month and shit. I'm just saying, you feel me? Because it's my aura, really. You feel me? It's my aura. I'm not gonna let. Think about it, bro. It's the motherfucking gay niggas in France telling you what's the most popular brand and shit. Oh, buy Gucci. Nigga, you stole that fucking design from Africa, first of all. And then you brought it back and
think about this, big time. I go buy the shit that I think look good. I don't know the names.
Exactly.
I don't even know the names of none of that shit, bro.
That's
I'm not looking at what the name is.
That's exactly.
It's
yep. Exactly. That's their standards, bro. They try to push their standards on us. Oh, if you ain't buying this, you ain't shit. Man, y'all ain't shit, period. On my heart, nigga. Fuck y'all. You know what I mean?
It ain't the suit. It's the person wearing it. Now, if you want some respect in business and you want to avoid bullshit, you know, back in the day, in the 60s and 70s, everybody wore suits. 80s. My pops would tell me how he went to go get his shit tailored all the time. That's how gangsters dress. These new niggas put on all this bullshit. I'm too old to walk around trying to fit. I look young already. So I don't want to fit in with 25-year-olds. I'm going to dress in a suit and they're going to call me sir. I demand respect. You get what I'm saying? The suit demands respect. That's all I think it does for me.
Well, at the same time, like you said, closing in the generation. I remember when motherfuckers used to get clowned for wearing skinny jeans.
Imagine, you would have never thought I walk around in 3-piece suits every day.
Hey, them skinny jeans ain't really healthy for your sperm count either. To wear them all the time.
Oh man, spanking your ball. Cuffing your ball.
Buddy, but it's serious though. Like
I
that
know
shit.
I know what you said.
Oh my god!
The same thing why I didn't like those boxer briefs. Them motherfuckers is too conforming.
YouTube finna have to stay on their job because they was trying to shut us down like a motherfucking AD class. All kind of shit was going on at one time. I couldn't even understand it. Everybody's screen was doing it.
Oh shit!
I'm over here like, oh shit, let me get this shit right. But yeah, this conversation.
Hold on, Dante. You said YouTube did what?
So every time we have real conversation and we get to talk about deep subject, ask D class what happened.
This shit start going crazy, bro. People's screens start freezing. Like it should get crazy, bro. So that's why none of this surprised me that like his screen start freezing. Like, God, this shit always.
You know why I hate that they do that shit? Cause they know, bro. If we was allowed to do it, man, shit going up, nigga. You know what I'm saying?
For real.
Well, you got freedom of speech, you know what I'm saying? And I'm on this shit right now. As long as I don't see no red dot on my chest coming through that fucking window, I'm good.
Yeah,
I'm gonna speak my mind.
Hey, me and D class, we have some deep conversations, but we do stay away from certain things. But it's really never nothing off the table. But the way we answer or we talk about them, we do try to like filter it a little bit because that shit is real.
Nah, for real, me too. It's certain things in my own judgment I wouldn't even say. You know what I'm saying? But I'm going off whatever you talking about. Like you talked about cryptocurrency, so I brought that up. You feel me?
We're
Like
knowledgeable. We're not gonna sit here and act like we don't got knowledge about all this stuff. Nothing you said is surprising anybody on this screen because we all got a little bit of knowledge about all of it.
they want us on here cooning like, yeah, blood, West Side, nigga, that's my nigga from Mona.
Go to porn.
They want niggas on here. They want niggas cooning on this motherfucker.
That's what hey, look, I went around these rap niggas and shit, and they still so stuck. They stuck in the past so much they want me to be that person. But if I was, they wouldn't be able to handle that pressure. So I just, you know.
Yeah, I know, bro. I'm just glad you still alive, bro.
Nigga, keep it 100, right?
Yeah.
Man, they want me to crash out, but I ain't crashing out, man. I would have crashed out. I was gonna do it a long time ago.
Right.
But that's why we building this platform, because you know a lot of us is intelligent young black men who know things. We not sell out. You can't buy nobody on this screen. None of us is selling our shows or doing anything that's kind of like not looked at right into God. We are God-fearing people. Everybody on this screen, I can believe that.
Yep. Ain't nobody gonna take me in no room, make me lose my manhood. Ain't nobody gonna give me the kill, eat no kids, none of that fuck shit.
Nope.
I swear to God. Man, I swear, by great God universe. I try to be humble, you know, I'm just saying, like, nope. Like, you know what I'm saying, God, like, they will stay with me. I ain't trying to, you know, it ain't nothing in this world worth my soul to me. You know what I'm saying? At the end of the day, you know what I mean?
My integrity and my respect and my name mean everything. That's all you get. That's all you know. Your word is your bond, all that shit, man.
Loyalty, respect, you know.
What y'all think is? They always ask that question on Drink Champs. They be like, at the end they ask them what's more important, loyalty or respect. What y'all think?
Loyalty.
Loyalty, because if you loyal to me, you gotta respect me to some certain point. But sometimes you loyal to people you don't respect.
That's what I was about to say. Me personally, I would say respect. Because at the end of the day, yeah, you can be loyal and not respect me. But at the end of the day, we ain't got to get along. As long as we respect each other, it is what it is.
Mm-hmm. But at the same time, when it comes down to saying, this is my boy, you know, this is my homie, or you going to be actually a friend and be loyal to me, or you going to turn and stab me in the back when you get a chance to come up.
That's some real shit, because I've experienced that. And I had to really be, I didn't lose my heart. I just became more discerning, bro. I started being able to read people and read their heart and read shit more. So
I sit here and watch the hour about how to hold your tongue, how to man, D-Class is older than us, but if you notice this whole time, he spoke less than everybody. Listen to everything though.
Yeah, I'm not a talker, bro. I'm more like when we get a lot of people on here, I listen to a lot of shit, man, because a lot of shit, like, I mean, I'm 44, bro. So like I've been in the military, so I know all the bullshit, bro. Like I done seen it. So it's like, yeah, man, this shit is crazy, bro. Like that's why I be tapped into a lot of different shit, man. But it's cool to hear like people's aspects of certain shit though.
Right.
And I commend you, D-Class, because I learned a lot from you, bro. I be watching. Even my girl, you know, she's very like that too. She's more observant than a person to tell her business, or she will, but like you gotta learn silence, you gotta learn the tongue, bro. And it's a lot that goes into it. We're gonna do a whole podcast together about that too, about how we can carry ourselves in a higher manner and how to deal with situations, how to deal with negativity, how to deal with bad energy, how to deal with, and that'll help our mental health to 100%.
You might be right. You might, cause I ain't gonna lie. When I be on here and I be talking, sometime I'll be talking and some motherfucker think, oh, this soft ass Islam nigga. And they, I get to talking knowledge and a motherfucker try to play me, bro. And then I'll be like,
big time.
Shut your bitch ass up. You know what I'm saying? I be trying to. You right. I be trying to I be like, damn, but why nigga have to play me because I'm Islam though?
Man,
hey, nigga.
Yeah, but it's not even that,
intimidating in real life.
Yeah, but the thing is,
on camera, D class is like 6'2".
That's what I'm saying. The thing is, bro, it's your size and your
big nigga. Yeah, niggas don't say shit to me in real life. They just be quiet.
No, like that's the thing, man. When you go in them rooms and you show them, like, bro, I'm not just big and black, bro. Like, I got a brain.
I'm not just big and black,
because they know at the end of the day, you not falling for the dumb shit, bro. Like, you not finna keep playing with me. Like, I'm gonna let you go so far, and it's like, all right, bet, let me show you. And my nigga, everything you doing, I can do my damn self. Like, you just get me to the point to where I don't need you. You show me I'm not the operator.
Exactly.
I
be trying to be cool though.
Well, like D said, you know what I mean? That's a real subject, right? Biting your tongue.
Yeah, man.
Because what you got in your mouth, that's one of the strongest weapons it is.
Right.
Strongest weapon it is. Cursing. You can curse without using profanity. Profanity and cursing is two different things. Look the definitions of it. You can curse somebody just by speaking negative towards them. So you have to watch how you speak to people, what you say to people, and how you acknowledge people and how you acknowledge yourself, and what you speak into your existence and what you want to manifest for you. Blasphemy. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I was a sucker to the fact when I was younger, motherfuckers would be talking shit. I didn't really realize that shit was piling up niggas' self-conscious. That's why I be so cold about cursing niggas today. But I'm as it's like I can't. It's like still. I feel like I mostly contributed positive things to say to the universe. And I feel like the things I'm saying is bringing us toward a better time than what we was in before. You know what I'm saying? Collectively, not just me, all the real Moors on the planet that got a mission from God. You know what I'm saying? I feel like we collectively bringing shit to a better place. We got more good deeds and we got bad deeds. You know what I'm saying? And we just gonna keep going, praising God of the universe.
Look at the growth. Look at the growth in between us, all of us on this camera right now. Where we come from, statistically, you don't make it past 25. So we should celebrate that every day. Every chance I get, I celebrate. I know what we was up against. My boy Marcus got shot in 2008. He could have lost his life. Got shot at in point blank range and only got hit one time. That was God.
Yep. Showing the hell was real talk.
I've been shot at multiple times in the same manner and not hit at all. God had to be there.
Look, the time
at 3 a.m.
I swear to God, Dante. The time the Carvers came through and shot at me in front of my house, bro. It looked like the fire that was coming out the barrel looked like the barrel was aimed at me, but Floyd got hit in his leg, and I had this spiritual intuition that was just telling me, oh, that was just a light tap for him for how he was acting. But I could have sworn that fucking barrel was right at me, bro. And that's how I know God is real, bro. He improved it to me a few times. I can't speak for nobody else's testimony, you know.
When you see that barrel flash, you know what I mean? And it's nighttime, you see that spark come out, you know? And you know that's a tracer round. That's to let you know we're firing at. You might have thought he was shooting at you, but he was shooting at you.
It was broad day though. It was broad day.
Oh, it was broad daylight.
It was broad daylight in the afternoon, bro.
Oh shit! What you get shot at with?
I think the shit was a 9. Shit. The homie Bar Dog, rest in peace. For Raymond Street, that's Floyd's cousin. He had came over. We was finna do some music and shit. He just got out the pen. I thought they was somebody shooting at him, but them niggas was Carvers and shit. This was years ago. Rest in peace, my nigga Ronnie. Cause Ronnie was with me. I know Dante knew Ronnie.
Marcus know Ronnie too. We all grew up together.
Oh, you knew Ronnie too?
Yeah.
Ronnie stayed across the street for 6
Yeah, you know Ronnie passed.
He died.
Nigga Ronnie,
You didn't know that?
Nah.
Yeah, cause you wasn't at the funeral for sure. Yeah. He got by. Look, he got killed by a nigga that grew up with him. Come to their mama house all the time. I used to be over there, like how Dante used to be across the street at Quintina house. Like he got killed by a nigga that come over, best friends type shit. And because that nigga got shot, I guess he thought that Ronnie had something to do with it because he was from West Side. Ronnie didn't have shit to do with that. He ain't had nothing to do with it. You know what I mean? So he set him up. And look, he used Ronnie. He used his friendship. He used his friendship with Ronnie to get Ronnie over there. He like, man, I'm shot, man. Just come see me, bro. If a nigga had something to do with it, you think he would have showed up? If he didn't love you, my nigga, you don't think I hope this nigga here to think about this shit too every day. You don't think if he didn't love you, he wouldn't have showed up, nigga? He would have showed up. But see, that's what I'm saying, bro. I lost my brother too right after that. Right after Floyd lost his brother, you feel me?
R.I.P. Ronnie, R.I.P. Lil Bill, man. It's a lot. It'd be a lot, man. You know, this podcast, man, you know, the news you can use. We don't usually tap into like that aspect. We could talk, like I told D-Class one day, if I wanted to talk about that type of shit, we probably would have been viral. But I steer away from it because it don't bring nothing but more harm to people. It don't bring nothing but more hurt, and it don't do nothing but bring up the past.
No, you're right. I mean, you know, just the subject matter we was talking about it. But to get something positive out of it, you know, I learned wisdom from the situation for sure. You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna put it like that.
You know,
but not cool. What it did was it basically went back full circle to what we talked about, man. Dealing with your area and how you move around, man. Like before he even jumped on, so like that's crazy that he even say that because it was like that was shit we was talking about before he even got on. How people need to move around in your area and how that should affect people around you. That sometimes, man, ain't got nothing to do with nothing, man. They could just be chilling with you that day, and all of a sudden. Shit, they could lose their life, man, just because they chilling with you on that random day.
Hey, D-Class, you looking at a group of people that move off their names. Like we were able to move around in different neighborhoods where niggas was beefing and all that. Me and Marcus could go where we want to go. Me and Big Time could go where we want to go. Big Time from the other side. They would consider Big Time living in the op neighborhood. This my homie from day one. I've been knowing him forever. Kick it in his hood. Around his home, all that, and nothing ever happened to me. So my take on how niggas feel about certain people is totally different. But one mistake could have in my life too by even moving like that.
Yeah, no matter which way you went. I see you got.
I'm gonna tell you this, but even before your sister moved and Jamani moved to the West, bro, young age, 8 years old, I'm fighting niggas 14, bro. Niggas was bullies over there. I mean, Debo's, bro, like early 90s. I'm fighting niggas way older than me. All types like bullying me, bro. My other homeboy Kev, nigga, happened to me and him fade niggas. He's short. They always trying to fade him. Like, we was raised around that shit too. Like, so it just like even looking back on that shit, I'd be like, damn, I wouldn't be picking on no kid that was my age if I was that age. You know what I mean? I'm like, man, the mentalities is fucking different back then, you know?
Man, we used to fight grown men sometime, bro, at 14 and shit. I was a tall kid. I didn't turn no phase down.
But this is my thing, bro. It came a point where I said, I'm not going to be scared to walk out my own door. If I die, I fucking die, God. When I said that, I might have been like 11, 13 when I had that thought, bro. So when I had that thought, I didn't get fucked with like that. You know what I'm saying? When it came in my heart to not give a fuck, I didn't get fucked with.
That's for real.
Like that. You know what I'm saying? I say like that because I had to catch squabbles with niggas who thought it was
it's still gonna be some shit, but yeah. I get exactly. I said that to myself too. Not like I don't give a fuck, but I'm not gonna let nobody tell me where I can and can't go. I'm not gonna let my hood define where I could go or who I can hang out with. I'm gonna be able to go hang out with who I want to hang out with, do what the fuck I want to do, and if you got something to say about that, we can say it.
Yeah. Man, remember, wasn't you there with No Brains talking about I ain't gonna let you in your own house and all that shit?
I don't think I was there.
Man, I put a shirt over that nigga head, bro, and I socked the shit out that nigga.
Damn, he went hockey style on him.
What?
He went hockey style on him.
Like, man. Yeah. Hey, look, I put the shirt on his head like this. I flicked it on his head.
Yeah, Happy Gilmore.
Hey Marcus, we didn't deal with DJ characters, but we figured out ways to deter them. Like the Debo type niggas knew who to fuck with. You know what I said?
Man, I just found out that nigga Tiny Lister Jr. That nigga Tiny Lister Jr. The nigga who played Debo. They just played an interview. He said he based his character Debo on Big U.
Yep.
We heard that.
You saw that? Yeah, that shit. I didn't know that. That shit tripped me out because I was like, damn, Big U been extorting and bullying niggas for he did that to Nipsey. But see, this is why they gonna crack down because a nigga that look, Nipsey went through all those rituals to become a 60 Crip, bro. He did them. He did not do them. He put on his devil work, whatever, nigga. And you still took that nigga out because of your ego. So, and not to mention Black Sam pulled the pistol out and busted in the air. You had police waiting around just in case somebody shot somebody, bro. But you supposed to be big time gangster, but you got the police waiting around while you trying to DP Nip though.
Man, all that goes on, man. Hood
Think about all that shit, bro. And now you gonna get mad if they Rico your hood and they run through and start sweeping niggas. You gonna be mad, but nigga, you got look how you doing niggas coming up under you that's supposed to be part of your tribe. Let's just put it that way. I ain't gonna even get into it because I knew Nip. You know what I'm saying? He went to King Drew with me. A lot of people don't know. He went to King Drew in my 11th grade year. It was 2001. You know what I'm saying? Him and Black Sam went to King Drew. Nip was a robotics expert, nigga, in robotics class. Nigga, very intelligent. He wasn't even gangbanging back then, at least not around us. Feel me? But the point is, I'm saying is that, you know what I mean? He was from y'all hood, nigga. Like, he did a song, didn't even mention the nigga name about how you extorting them and how that's fucked up. You know what I mean? And then Big U like, oh, that song about me, so they caught the squabble. We should just let them catch the squabble. That's your homie, right? And that's it. But you know,
it's called selective politicking, bro. That's
you're right. And trust me, the big dogs, look, the dogs, the niggas at the top of these hoods that's getting these little niggas to do all this shit, these big homies shit. Nigga, they under somebody's thumb. They under somebody's thumb too, nigga. They under somebody's thumb too, nigga. You feel me? They calling the police to show up for a DP hiding in the bushes, watching the DP to make sure that you don't get killed and you the leader of the game. What that look like? It's all the game all fucked up.
See, none of that ever like scared me and Marcus when older niggas was buff or come out the pen and none of that. Because we know what we about. That shit
I always stood on principle, bro. If the principle was wrong, fear's out the door. If the principle is wrong, I'm pushing it past everything.
Think about it like this, Big John. You know my pops, don't you, Jerome? You know my pops.
Yeah.
You know my dad, right?
Yeah, I know.
So how could I be scared of any nigga that's big or like?
Exactly. I remember, when he first, especially when he first got out.
Yeah,
Bro,
nigga,
it's
when I
super
first met your dad, man, it had me kind of nervous. Dude was on super swole. Dude forearm was the size of my thigh. I'm like, for real? This nigga looked like he could barely wipe his ass. That's how buff he was. That nigga was on swole.
So I grew up around that type of energy. You know, Tookie and all them niggas used to be in my front yard as a baby, like smoking Sherman, hanging out, lifting weights.
And
So
honestly, I done seen
that shit
Dante. I done seen Dante catch so many fades. I don't even remember how many fades this nigga caught, bro.
Damn it.
I don't even remember how many fades.
I'd have been threatened to be slapped.
that I've seen. You know what I'm saying?
A nigga that threatened me, I was so surprised I didn't react to that, nigga. I said, I know I changed. I used to beat niggas up for nothing. We used to be the bullies, nigga. We weren't bullies, but we was bullies. You feel me?
Right. No, I know.
Mostly. At the same time, when it comes to it, you ain't really got to bully nobody physically. You can bully them intellectually.
We was the bullies to the bullies. We weren't the bullies to the people that we niggas went out here beating up on people we know we could beat up on. We challenging the niggas that think they hard and think they tough.
Yeah.
Oh shit.
That was our purpose of hanging out on the main block, nigga. And it wasn't just to be like, oh, we the shit in our neighborhood. That was to send a message to every neighborhood. Nigga, y'all gotta ride up Wilmington, don't you? All right, don't get caught slipping out our store. Don't get caught napping right here.
Hey, did you see? Okay, so you know who they accused of setting Ronnie up, the friend I'm talking about, right?
Right.
So did you see the video where he pulled up to the Fosto and them niggas started letting off on him and shit, and he was hiding behind the car?
I didn't see none of this. I didn't even know where he got killed at the Fosto.
No. I'm saying the nigga, his friend. I don't know why his name escaped me right now because I didn't say his name. Boy, shut up at the Fosto. Yeah, the one that set Ronnie up because he set Ronnie up. Like I said, Ronnie came, pulled up on that nigga because that nigga was shot. But he not knowing that nigga setting him up to get shot. He think Ronnie has something to do with setting him up to get shot. Cause he was from that, it's not Carver, it's the hood right across the street, right across Compton Avenue. That hood right across the street from Carver.
Okay,
I forget whatever that is. Huh?
Now you're making a lot of sense. I think I know both parties too.
Yeah, bro. He and basically what happened was Ronnie left because it was all out. So, you know, Ronnie he grew up in the hood because his grandma and his great grandma stayed in the West, but his mom and them stayed in the Carvers. So he got friends he grew up with from Carver. So he hanging out with all Crips. He the only one out there with red on. He like, oh shit, I left my phone. So he leaves to go get his phone. When he leave, somebody come by and light them up. They think it's the West. They think he has something to do with it. But my thing is, if he had anything to do with it, nigga, why would he show up to come you know what I'm saying, comfort you or whatever, my nigga? You know what I'm saying? Why would a nigga come? Why?
We
you know what I'm saying?
We all
because if a nigga that had something to do with it, he ain't gonna show up. But hey, I bet you that nigga know.
We knew the job was hard when we took it, cause when niggas was hanging like how we hang in your hood, and then you could come to my hood. We knew that, but we knew that we had to protect each other from each other, homies. I couldn't predict what my homies gonna do.
It's the potential for something bad to happen, right. But you know,
right. It's super high because the homie gonna come through like, cuz who is he? And you like, blood, I'm whoopie whoop whoop, and it's like, but you're not finna touch the homie, cuz like, nigga, this my homie, bro. He not over here. We do music. We on some whole other type shit. In our circle, nigga, we had Hoovers and neighborhoods and Bloods and Crips and everybody intermingled with me and my home. Like, if I bring you around, you was good people, bro. We never had those problems. None of my homies who was from other hoods killed each other, bro. Y'all see each other to this day and still salute. So I ain't had that issue. It's sad that happened, but that was a little bit too much intermingling. That's what happens. You got to know how. You can't mix the hood. Cece said you can't mix the hood with money. You can't even mix the hood with friendship. Because just because we from the same hood don't mean I'm friends with everybody.
Yeah, things gotta change now, bro. Cause Big Mama, that the universe, she don't like that shit, nigga. Your hood supposed to be your friend, supposed to be your family. If shit don't start changing,
You'll be your biggest haters, nigga.
You already see a lot of niggas is dying and shit. So if niggas don't start learning what a tribe really is and really be about that shit, niggas gonna go extinct.
A lot of y'all was my solid niggas. If I was gonna come get somebody, it would have been one of you niggas before I turned to one of the homies, nigga. Okay, y'all know how it go. Nigga gonna ride with the squad before you ride with the nigga that might hate you, might backdoor you on the low. You get me?
Yeah. Well, see, that's where you go when you got how they say you got urban gang members, and then you got organized crime. You know what I mean?
I would say we was more part of the organized side. What you think, Marcus? Our shit was a little more organized, bruh.
That's what I'm saying. Organized.
You can get touched up on this. We got a whole
I will say this: the Italians was more organized crime than niggas, but they was still. You know how they failed the same way niggas falling because they was trying to show off all the time. You know, like show everybody they gangsters. That's how they got Al Capone. That's how they got Machine Gun Kelly. Cause niggas always wanna. It's like and America do that. They make a movie about you. They'll do that shit to build your ego so you can slip up. You want to be seen. You know what I'm saying? That's how the Italian mafia failed, nigga. That's how they failed. Godfather, all that. You just got to. That shit make everything hot. So once everything get hot, it's gonna die down because the money is too hot. You feel me?
All of us on this screen mostly used to travel by ourselves because the people we grew up with, we couldn't take with us. True or false?
Got truth to it.
The places you could go big time, a lot of niggas can't go over there with you.
That's true. And I tried and I messed up trying to take certain niggas with me because and end up holding myself back more.
Just because you got a hood pass, don't mean the homie gonna be able to make it back home safe. You feel me?
Oh yeah. You're right, bro. Right. And plus me, when I used to go to the Monas and see y'all and shit, I was respectful, bro. I wasn't going over there wearing all red and shit. Oh no, I was respectful, bro. And I didn't go off unless a nigga disrespected me. Which most time, if I treat people respect, they treat me respect. You know what I'm saying? So
I don't remember you.
And you know, and it's the same thing because you would have been around no matter where the fuck I was at, nigga. Nah, this the homie, nigga, and nigga. Even my homeboy from Fruitown, I don't know if you remember Ben. Like he came to the West one day, he had on all blue, all NY hat. They pulled up on that nigga like JJ Recipes, 3 of the other homies pulled up on both of us. They know me, they on his head. I'm looking at them like, nah, this the homie I grew up with. I'm looking dead in the eyes like, if y'all try to fight blood, like I'm going to, you know what I'm saying? Back to back with my nigga because he told him I'm from Fruitown, you know what I'm saying? But he had on all blue with the NY hat. They thinking he's from Nutty. But I told him don't come over here thinking it's a joke. Cause when he got to the house, I told him I know you wore that shit over here thinking shit was a joke. They're like, respect people's shit, bro. I respect people's shit. I don't go, and I'm still a grown man to the point where
you just said.
Right, to the point where I wear red if I want to, bro. I'll wear blue if I want to. I don't give a fuck.
No,
but
you know,
it's
what
real.
you just said, that's one thing that's real. When you go to certain areas, you can't wear certain hats. That will get your ass kicked.
That's LA period.
Yeah, you can't wear certain hats in certain areas. And Dante, no, I used to be a hat collector. I don't even watch baseball. Nigga, I had all kind of hats. But I knew not to wear this hat in a certain area.
Right.
You know what I mean? I'm not about to take a bullet nigga for wearing a hat. It matched my outfit.
People who know the people on this screen know we ain't on here politicking or being selective. We always been the cool niggas. Ain't no ops looking for us or watching us because we carried ourselves with respect. So the
We
conversation
just talking about what we live. We just talking about what we really live. Me and Dante, we really from the city, nigga. Like, you know what I mean? Like, shit really happened. I'm not sitting up here trying to brag and nothing like that, bro. Like, you know, or be on no like, oh, this I hate these, but like, I'm for all my people. That's why I became a Moor, bro, because I'm for all my people, bro. Like, period. It's a bigger picture to this whole thing, and I can't be on no petty shit. When you know, it's like Nip said, when you know some shit, nigga, you got responsibility because you know. I took that shit to heart. You know what I'm saying? That's some real shit to me.
But
you know what I mean?
We're gonna get ready to get up out of here. I'm definitely gonna have y'all back on. We definitely gotta chop it up. We jumped on a lot of different subjects. You feel me? These are conversations that need to be had and need to be seen by the youth because they not able to move around like we were.
Right. True.
You know, they are selective politicking. They are listening to the bullshit figures. They are going through the bullshit times that we didn't have to go through. We was able to move around, have fun, and enjoy life. 90% of the time I was with either one of y'all, we was having a great fucking time. You get what I'm saying? So, you know, we got to talk about those times. Like, we can talk about bullshit. That's what everybody else do. Talk about
I'm gonna say this. I
talk
only
about
think I'm alive. I only think I'm alive because of God. I only think I'm alive because of God. I'm just gonna really say that right now. It ain't because I had the best squabbles or whatever, nigga.
No.
It's because of God, nigga.
It is.
You know what I'm saying?
It is. I agree. Me too. I'm sure Marcus agree with that too.
Most definitely.
We definitely here. We the chosen ones, bro. So we gotta spread the message and spread the positivity and spread the growth and let people see our growth as we grow. You know what I'm saying?
Man. And really, me and Dante kind of just catching up, man. I ain't seen my bro in years. I'm so happy to see, bro. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
For real, man. For real, bro. Like, I'm happy to see you, man. We still really just catching up. That's why I'm even talking about this shit. Like, but you know, I didn't know bro knew Ronnie too. You know what I'm saying? Marcus, I remember bro too.
Yeah.
Yeah, man. Yeah, Ronnie passed.
That's crazy.
And I talked to him like I hadn't talked to him in 2 months before that. And then when I talked to him, he was like, "Man, come through, man. I'm finna make some drinks and shit. Have some females come through." And I didn't go. I was in the stupor. You know what I'm saying? Next thing I know, I'm getting a call from the homie. I called his sister. Like, God damn.
Man, you know,
I can't get mad. But sometimes I get to myself, damn, if I would have went over there with things that changed the course of the future, I don't know. But
you know what? Though,
can't beat myself up like that.
Kids, man, a lot of these kids start banging for the wrong reason, and I never seen him in that light. I never looked at him like that, and I you know, it's sad that he, you know, that happened. But we gotta save our children, man. While we got kids and we growing them and we grooming them, you have to lace their boots and let them know what they could be prepared for and what they can. You know what I'm saying? Floyd went a different way than Ronnie. Floyd don't gang bang. Floyd, look at Floyd's life. You can't bring that into your life, brother. And he didn't make a bad, but he made a bad choice by even joining the gang when he had a good life.
Right.
He grew up, you know, he didn't grow up in poverty in no apartment, build no bullshit. I'm gonna own his house.
Yeah, I didn't want to mention it, but you know, when you sliding like that, you opening yourself to karmatic debt to a degree because you ain't paying for that karma somehow. And like I didn't want to mention that, you know what I'm saying? But you know, it is what it is. Like Ronnie was on some shit like that to a degree, but I'm not gonna sit here and say that, you know,
that he deserved death. No, he didn't.
Exactly, because I feel like now I really believe he didn't have shit to do with them niggas coming and shooting his old boy. I don't think he had nothing to do with that. So I feel like you killed your friend for nothing, bro. That's how I feel. But you know,
we're gonna jump off those online because that's for the streets. But what I am gonna say about that is, growing up in Compton, good kid, Mad City, bro. All of us was good kids on this screen, but the city turned us into who they. When it was time to turn up, Mark, it was time to turn the fuck up, bro. You hear me?
Hey, Ronnie the one gave me look. Ronnie the one introduced me to Kendrick Lamar, bro. Ronnie introduced me to Kendrick. You know what I'm saying? Ronnie, I met Kendrick Lamar at Ronnie house. And Ronnie, and me and Kendrick and Ronnie, we used to all be on the porch rapping, man, and Peasy, a couple other niggas.
Ronnie had a bright future
on that same porch that you know your baby mom was across the street. Kendrick, we be on that porch, bro. And Kendrick was the only nigga rapping conscious, bro. Nobody else was. I wasn't even rapping conscious, nigga. I'm rapping about blickies and shit at the time. But I look back on that shit. They gave me his number. I didn't ever communicate with him because I didn't realize we thought so similar. You know what I mean? But he's an inspiration too to the youth in the city to be more positive, to think about real shit like family. And he got songs like "I Love Myself." So when the kids, when we was little, we singing shit off the radio that's gonna have you fucked up. He got kids talking about "I love myself." I gotta really think about that, bro. Like think about that. When we was little, we wasn't hearing shit like that. Just saying, like
Kendrick for us in Compton, like the shit that he put out was like niggas finally can hear something that they actually can relate to. You get what I'm saying?
Wasn't nobody doing no Pac shit for years. Like Dear Mama type shit. We was missing shit like that. We gotta have shit like that in the culture, bro. We can't. We gonna really kill ourselves off, bro. Like we gotta have some Holy Ghost shit. We gotta have Holy Ghost shit in it. We gotta have some Holy Mama shit in there. It got to be in there, bro. Cause we'll get sick. We'll die off, bro. We gotta have love in our shit, bro. As a collective. For real.
Facts. I'm gonna let y'all get off the screen, man. I'm gonna go to the store real quick and bust me a run. But this is the News You Can Use podcast. I'm your host of the Most Good Surf God. Make sure to like and subscribe. Follow my boys on their Instagrams. Y'all shout y'all Instagrams and Facebooks out wherever y'all want people to follow y'all. I will have both of y'all back on, and we'll get back to it.
Thanks for having me as a guest, bro. Love, hit me up again.
Yep, y'all check me out on check my new new video out. My Instagram is bigtime_Ben Bey, BIGTIME_Ben Bey, BENBEY. I got a new video I just shot in front of Tams, or I shot it in I dropped it in December, but I'm pushing the single. I'm talking about some real shit on the single, so y'all check it out. And I made sure the bass knocked too, so if y'all got some beat in y'all car, you can enjoy that with a blunt or something. And I appreciate you, Don. Hey, D, I miss you. I love you, my nigga. Oh God, and you know, much blessings to you and your family, bro. I hope you stay. You know what I'm saying? Stay in your highest self, bro, and continue to be successful. And we gotta hook back up so we can do that shit for Big Hit, bro. Did you get the shit I sent you? D.
Still there?